The information shared on Ayurveda is based on traditional Ayurvedic principles, ancient Indian texts, and general wellness knowledge. This content is for educational and awareness purposes only and is not a substitute for medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Our goal is to share knowledge that supports natural balance, healthy digestion, and holistic well-being.
Let's talk about exercise. What if everything you've been taught about pushing your limits and no pain, no gain was, well, kind of wrong? Today, we're going to explore the ancient wisdom of Ayurveda, which has a totally different take on working out, one where the goal isn't to be exhausted, but to actually feel more energized. Okay, so let's just dive right in, shall we? I want you to honestly ask yourself this question. Is your workout, your commitment to no pain, no gain, actually doing more harm than good? You know, this quote really gets to the heart of a core Ayurvedic idea. It says that over-exercising can seriously throw your body's natural balance out of whack. How? By aggravating something called the Vata dosha. Just think of Vata as the energy of movement in your body. And when that energy gets all stirred up, it can lead to some effects you really wouldn't expect. And here's what happens when that Vata energy goes into overdrive. You think you're building strength, but you could actually be drying out your vital tissues, weakening your immune system, and even speeding up the aging process. Seriously. If you've ever finished a workout feeling completely wiped out, anxious, or just achy, well, an imbalanced Vata could absolutely be the reason why. So this is the big difference right here. On one hand, you have the conventional goal, total exhaustion, push, push, push until you can't push anymore. But Ayurveda's goal is the complete opposite. It's all about finishing your exercise feeling energized, feeling alive, and building up your vital life force, not draining it dry. So how does Ayurveda pull this off? How do you actually build energy instead of just burning through it? Well, it all boils down to a couple of key ideas. Something called Agni and, you guessed it, balance. In Ayurveda, the word for exercise is Vyayama. And its main purpose isn't what you probably think. It's not just about building muscle, it's about stoking your Agni. Now, Agni is like your body's inner fire. It's your metabolism, your digestive power. It's the engine that turns food into pure energy. And when you do Vyayama the right way, it sets off this incredible domino effect. Your Agni gets stronger, which means your digestion gets way better. With better digestion, your body can finally start clearing out all those toxins, what Ayurveda calls ama. And once all that gunk is gone, your body can finally build really high-quality, strong tissues, or dhatus. So this brings me to a question for you, and I want you to be really honest with yourself. Think about your last workout. When it was over, how did you really feel? Were you buzzing with energy, ready to take on the day, or were you just completely spent? That feeling, right there, that is your body talking to you. It's the most important feedback you can get. So how do we find that perfect sweet spot? Well, the good news is Ayurveda gives us this incredibly simple, practical rule to avoid burnout and get all those amazing benefits we just talked about. The secret isn't some fancy exercise or a complicated routine. Nope. It's a universal principle that you can apply to literally any activity. And it's this. You exercise only up to half of your total physical capacity. In Ayurveda, this powerful idea is known as Ardha Shakti. That's right, 50%. I know it sounds kind of crazy compared to the go all out mentality we're all so used to. So the big question is, how on earth do you know when you've hit that 50% mark? It's actually super simple. Your body tells you loud and clear. You just have to listen. Look for the very first signs of sweat appearing on your forehead, maybe along your nose, or under your arms. At that same moment, you'll notice your breathing has become a little heavier, but you're not gasping for air. That exact moment, that's it. That's your 50% limit, and that's your signal to stop. Okay, so now we know the rule, but what actually happens in your body when you consistently honor this limit? What are the rewards for not pushing yourself over the edge? Well, the benefits are pretty profound. When you exercise this way, it basically becomes a form of natural medicine. You improve blood circulation and get more oxygen to every single cell. You gently strengthen your heart without stressing it out. You build real sustainable stamina over time. You boost your immunity. And you help balance kapha, the energy of stability, which is fantastic for supporting a healthy weight. Look, if you remember just one thing from all this, let it be this. This whole philosophy isn't about being lazy or avoiding a challenge. It's about being intelligent with your energy. The goal is balance, because balance is the true foundation of lasting health. All right, enough talk. Let's turn this knowledge into action. I'm going to give you a super quick recap and then a very simple challenge you can start tomorrow. So let's nail this down. 1. Pushing too hard creates imbalance by messing with your vata. 2. The right amount of exercise strengthens your metabolic fire, your Agni. 3. Your perfect stopping point is at 50% of your capacity. And 4. The signal your body gives you is that first sign of light sweat. Got it? Good? So here's your challenge. Tomorrow morning, try about 10 or 15 minutes of something gentle. Light yoga, a few sun salutations, Surya Namaskar. The very second you notice that first little bead of sweat, stop. Just stop. Then pay really close attention to how you feel for the rest of the day. Try this little experiment for 1 week and just see what happens. In the end, the secret to lifelong vitality might not be about how hard you can push, but about how well you can listen. So the real question to carry with you is this: what is your body trying to tell you?